It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Welcome to Powering Through Life on the Divas That Care Network. I'm your host, Teresa Sims, and I'm a transformational life coach, an award-winning author, and a multiple #1 best-selling co-author. Each week on Powering Through Life, my guests and I will discuss a special topic that is close to their heart. Together, we will explore the challenges they have faced in life and learn what strategies and tools they have used to power through their lives. So welcome to Powering Through Life.
Welcome to Powering Through Life today. I have a really awesome guest with me, and her name is Margarita Amrita. And she is a certified neurographic instructor and coach. She is a co-founder for Rewired For Abundance community, creator of the Magic Framework, and president of the female organization Armana, Yes, thank you. Sanctuary for Female Freedom and Spirituality. The mission is to help women to find their true purpose, embrace their authentic selves, and attain their financial freedom, which is really a good thing for people to have. Margarita has a master's degree in education. She has been teaching her unique methods of transformative practices that include the philosophy of yoga, qigong, active visualization, meditation, and breath work. Ooh, all very vital, very vital. We all need to know these things. She has been facilitating retreats and providing her offline educational program in the tri-state area, and that is in New York, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
She has developed her customized neurographica practice that is focused on expanding consciousness and awareness of human potential. Ooh, wow, Margarita, I am so glad you are here today. Welcome to Powering Through Life.
So much. I'm happy to be here with you, Teresa.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting conversation. I know we were chatting before, and we have so many things in common. But today, your topic is to talk about Rewired for Abundance, how she achieved the ultimate life she wanted. Okay,
Yes.
I'm intrigued. I'm
Yes.
really intrigued. So please share what helped you get to your ultimate life, Margarita.
Fantastic. Thank you, Teresa, for this beautiful opportunity. I hope that whatever is going to happen today over this conversation, it's going to inspire other people around the globe. I'm going to also share this interview with my friends and my community, and I hope for them it's going to be inspirational as well. So, all right, coming back to my personal story, I've immigrated about 30 years ago from a very small country called Uzbekistan. It used to be a part of the former Soviet Union, but at the time that I was leaving this country, it was heading towards independence. And my childhood was pretty difficult during the Soviet era, like everyone else who lived during this time. But my whole idea for me, since I was a child, was to live the life I always wanted to live, full of abundance, fulfilling my dreams, fulfilling my desires. But in the country where we lived, it was impossible to achieve. Specifically, at the times when, the political situation was really oppressive in the country, and nobody was able to express themselves. So for me, it was very important to live in a place where I would be able to express myself the way I wanted to. So I've got married. We moved to the United States, to New York, about 30 years ago. And since that time, what I've noticed that instead of attaining my goals of freedom and living the life I always wanted. I found myself working nonstop like a squirrel, running around, working like 10 hours, 12 hours a day. I didn't even have time to express myself anyhow. Plus, as an immigrant, I needed to build from ground zero. We had no money. My parents came with us, but they depended on us in a lot of ways. And I just needed to think about how we can establish financially ourselves here in the new country, in the new home. And my attention was all on this, all, 100%. I forgot about my dreams. I forgot about everything that I was thinking about. I've tried myself in fashion business for about 5 years, and I realized that I don't want to be there. Although I loved art and I loved actually the products of the fashion business, but being in fashion business was destructive to me because I found myself being surrounded by people who could care less about art and only thought about monetizing on the products that they were selling, and the morality of this environment was so low that I totally knew that I have to get out. So, and then I spent a lot of time in the computer technology environment where I've got my courses. I started programming. It looked like it is a way out because, first of all, financially I jumped significantly from like low 20,000s then towards like over 100K a year. For me, it was a big jump. I was very inspired. I loved the spirit. I worked for huge companies like Pepsi, Citigroup. I was extremely, extremely excited to be in this environment. And I've spent about 20 years working first as a programmer, then as a business analyst, then a project manager, and a program manager. I always wanted, when I started working in computer world, I was saying, if I get to the program management level, I think I will be ecstatic, because that's exactly what I was heading to. Guess what? I got there working for large corporations, and I understood that was the most destructive to me at the end, to my soul. Although financially I've achieved so much. I purchased my beautiful house. I purchased the land in upstate New York. I've done this. I raised my son. I gave him education. But for my soul, that was the most destructive. Why? Because, again, I found myself not being able to fulfill my destiny, not being able to fulfill what I always wanted from the childhood times to fulfill. And I became very anxious, and I lost my sleep over this, what I'm doing, where am I heading, what I need to do. So I've arranged a community of Marna Sanctuary of the powerful females who've been doing a lot of practices. And during all this time, I was also attending various schools in New York, mostly alternative schools like Gurdjieff's Foundation. I spent there a whole year. I've spent time with Catherine Chambers' School of Imagery, Creative Imagery. I've done a lot of work. It's just a little bit, I'm just giving out some of the big ones. But in reality, that's what kept me going, actually. I was doing my regular job, but at the same time, I had my second life, invisible to anybody else except me, my close friends, and my family, that led me towards believing that I have to end this cycle of running like a squirrel round around, making money all the time at the expense of my soul. And last year in March, so I've been preparing for my exodus, for a while. It took me time. But then finally in March, I was able to break through, get out. At that time, I've got my formal education in Neurographica. I've got my certification from Zurich, Switzerland, in this method, very powerful method of combining art, psychology, philosophy, Gestalt therapy, and it's just absolutely amazing. Neuroscience is the basis for that. And then I decided that I need to teach. I can't really do things only for myself, my family, and my friends. I really need to start teaching. And I started teaching. Actually, I started teaching even before I completed my education. I've got permission from the school. They said that's the only way you're going to become an instructor if you're going to start teaching. So I've been teaching for a while, even before I've got my certification. And when I've got my certification, I started teaching online, offline, and making pretty decent living with that. And then that was just the perfect time to get out. I know a lot of people looking for this. They're looking for the way out because a lot of people have been enslaved in corporate. The reason for that is, of course, financial reason. People want to have beautiful lives, go on vacations, raise families, give them everything possible they can. But a lot of people like corporate, but most people hate it. I would say 80%, in my experience working for large corporations, people just hate to be there. And it's not 9 to 5. It's 7 to 12 sometimes, working with offshore teams in India and Philippines, and just your whole life is sold towards a purpose that is not even your own purpose. It's like agenda for somebody else. And you, like in a beautiful slavery, yes, you have your beautiful house, but you're still there. So when I got out and started teaching, I understood I have to really learn how to market and how to bring clients, and the good clients who would be really a good fit for my program. And I spent a lot of time, again, like a whole year, and I'm still learning marketing and how to spread the knowledge and online, offline. Then in March of this year, me and my partner, Maria Volkova, we both launched a program called Rewired For Abundance. And for us, it was a really major breakthrough when, first of all, I'm not working for corporate anymore. I have my own business, and it is the Rewired For Abundance Academy and community. And we've achieved a financial level where we don't need to go back to working for somebody else, either corporate or not corporate, doesn't matter. And I think it's possible. It's difficult, yes, but it's possible for people who really realize at some point in their lives that they can move on with whatever they have. And once they realize that, they can't breathe any longer being in the same environment as they've been for the most part of their lives. And they're looking for breakthroughs. They're looking for ways out. And that's what we're teaching them in our program, on how they can rewire their thinking patterns, how can they work with post-traumas, or how they can deal with broken relationships with themselves, with their mothers, with kids, with husbands, ex-husbands, whoever, how to deal with their beliefs around money and finances. That's what we're teaching right now, because we are there, we achieved it, both of us, me and my partner, my business partner, and also we're teaching them how to approach the relationship with men, because it is the program for females only, at least at this point. Maybe we will expand for males as well. But that's the goal of that. And it includes our component. It includes the ancient knowledge on Feng Shui, or Feng Shui, like it is known here in West. Art, how you can incorporate art in your life. that is healing, that is actually pumped with scientific research, knowledge, neurogenesis, neuroplasticity, how you can change this whole wiring that happened over the course of your life in order to completely rewrite your history.
Oh,
And that
it's incredible.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's incredible because I know from 3 concussions, and the last one was a pretty bad one about 13 years ago. I have a bit of a brain injury. So, you know, learning to work with art, and I love to play with art anyway. I do so many different things that it's, you know, oh, what am I going to do today? Oh, I'll use my oils, or I'll use pastels, or I'll just, you know, needlepoint or whatever. But you can't be in the same thought area when you're doing an art as you are when you're in the corporate area. The two cannot exist at the same in the same brain at the same time, right?
Yep, absolutely. I agree. You're activating your right part of the brain with this practice. And then that right part starts feeding the left side of the brain. They start communicating better. They're merging instead of just kind of like keeping yourself separated in a way that, okay, I'm in the corporate here, I'm doing this and this. I was doing management mostly. Here I'm doing my management, but I come home and I become an artist. When I'm home, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I've got different personality there. But how can you merge two of this? And it's possible through this practice.
It certainly is, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what role did art play in your life then?
All right. So Neurographica, again, coming back to this absolutely new breakthrough technique. It was brought by Russian scientist, psychologist, and philosopher, Pavel Piskarev in 2014. He started in Europe, and then it spread it all over the world. Even in Japan, people teaching it now. It's not well known here in US for some reason, because it was mostly in Europe where people were not just were, they are practicing this method. But I was one of the first instructors who brought Neurographica to United States and to the English-speaking world. I was one of the first ones. And I've created a community, organization, association called Neurographica Americas in 2017, where I brought people who actually were my students for the most part. About 80% of teachers who are now joined our association. They are all instructors, and some of them, not all, I'm sorry, some of them instructors, some of them artists, but this organization is about spreading the knowledge of neurographic and art throughout the world. And we actually broadcasting right now in 2 languages. We are planning on bringing other people speaking other languages, but right now it's in Russian and English. So what Neurographica did to me, right? At the point where I was kind of, I would say, I've tried lots of teachings. As I said, I was in yoga and Qigong. I even brought some monks, yogic monks, here to spread the teaching of yoga here in the United States, in Manhattan. I've done so much in my life, but I still could not find the way where I would say, hey, I can teach it, because I really want to teach. And my degree is in education, and I really wanted to teach, but I didn't know what to teach. Right. I felt like I cannot teach yoga, I cannot teach Kiko, I cannot teach anything. But when I learned Neurographica, I understood that from day one, when I started this practice, that I'll be really good at it. Because I picked up immediately, and then I've practiced days and nights. Although I was still working corporate at this time, when I would come home, I would just draw and draw and draw every day. Sometimes it would take me like, I would come home, like feed my family, and then just draw, 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 and draw. And day by day, 24/7, I would say, I was doing it all the time. And then I've got my formal education. Like it took me 9 months plus to complete the instructors. And before that, it was another year where I went through the beginners courses and other extra extra algorithms. We call them algorithms in our system. So for me, the whole educational part took about, I started in 17, about 2.5 years to get educated. And then now I'm teaching, and it really, now I feel like I am fulfilled. I've got my sense of fulfillment as a teacher, because I know that with this art methodology, I'm not only capable to express myself as an artist. I actually started painting. I've never been painting before. I started creating beautiful drawing pieces that now, like, people begging me to sell to them for for multiple dollar signs with them. So not only as a fulfilled artist, but also as a teacher, fulfilled teacher. And also I feel like I'm making a huge impact on people's life. So I've completed 3 missions at once with this art technique that completely changed my life. That's why I was able to get out from corporate. That's why I was able to fulfill the desire of teaching and expressing myself through art. That's how it changed my life. And I believe that people who followed me and my current students who are in my Rewired for Abundance program, they are heading towards this. They not necessarily want to give up what they're doing, but they're finding ways for themselves to express themselves. And that would be the first stepping stone for them to change their lives towards whatever they want to do.
Now, do you have to have any kind of art talent to be able to do this?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question, Teresa. I'm happy you asked this question. A lot of people come to me and they're saying, as students, and the first thing they're telling me, I don't know how to draw. I've never been doing it. I don't have any artistic talent. I don't have sense of color. The way I'm teaching it from the day one, from the beginning, everyone will be able to express themselves. They don't have to have artistic talent. They don't have to have sense of color. Even if they've never been drawn before, 100% guarantee that through this practice, they would, if they determined, because it requires people's determination. Some people try a little bit here and there, oh, I can't, and then they give up. With this method, patience, to go slow, step by step, layer by layer. If people are ready for this kind of work, 100% they're going to get to the levels where they would be able to create their own art and even influence people around them as a first step.
And then it gives them a completely different outlet where they could have possibly a sense of income.
Oh, absolutely. I already have people in my programs, level 1, it's just kind of like, this is the first professional level of education where people get educated, they balance their emotions. They learn about basics. And then with the second level of specialist, which I'm also providing as a different program, not Rewired for Abundance. Rewired for Abundance is a very advanced program. The other one where I'm providing formal education in Neurographica. People can learn Neurographica and incorporate Neurographica into their coaching practice. And I've got people who came to me from various coaching practices for that, because they really loved Neurographic and that was a missing component in their life. And that's what they wanted once they learned. And I have one man in Singapore. He's incredible. He came to me and he completed level 1, level 2 specialist program. And now he had opened his own online educational community where he provides also his lessons. I have a lady who's 84 years old, Peggy Starr, and she completed level 2. And now she's got her community online, Neuro Abundance. People, and not only that, they came to me without any specific artistic knowledge. Maybe they've been drawing something, but not really on professional or any other level. They also gained the ability to influence, create communities, start earning money, incorporating into their coaching practices. Plus, age here plays no difference. As I said, one of my best students, Peggy Starr, who's 84, she just turned 85 yesterday, actually, and she lives in a senior community. She helps all of them within the community to feel engaged, to use the artistic component. They don't feel lonely. They feel that they have something in common.
Yeah, they're part of something
that helps
again.
them out to keep their vitality.
Yeah, exactly. They're not just there to sit in a scene.
Yeah, just to sit and wait until the life is gone. No. Creating life.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I want some information on this for myself.
Of course,
personally.
Absolutely. I would be more than happy to share.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. So, so that helped you, the arts and Neurographica helped you to find your ultimate life.
Yes, absolutely.
What role has the art played in your life up to this point?
Up to this point, I believe that, let's say when I'm going to fulfill my need for teaching, and when I'm going to actually, I don't know, maybe in 10 years, maybe in 15 years. So right now I'm hungry for teaching. I really need to spread the knowledge. I need to fulfill this part of my dream that I always wanted. I always wanted to teach and never had a chance. Mm. And when I'm done with this, I want to be really focused 100% on art, to create like large pieces of art, and for myself, for commercial reasons also, because I think it's important. If people really want to buy your art, it may resonate with them, may resonate with entire communities, because some people really want my art not only for themselves, they want it like for their schools, for their organization, to put it on the wall of their office. I really want to start completely being dedicated towards art only. I may still teach going forward, but that's the ultimate goal. So when I'm going to be able to reach to the point where I'm 100% dedicated to art, and of course it's going to have neurographic component. It may be a combination of regular art and Neurographica. Could be 100% Neurographica. I would say that's it. I'm there. I fulfill my destiny.
Yeah, for that amount of time, because you never know. You know how we get sometimes where, we're always looking for something. So you become exceptional at what you're doing, and you're well on your way, and you will succeed. So then it gets to the point where, well, what next?
Right. And
you never know what next. Yeah,
I'm open for changes. If something else will come to my life that I don't even expect, I will embrace it. But it's just from today's point, that's what I'm thinking. But I know, like as you said, as we grow and as we move through life, there are opportunities that are coming our ways that we're not even aware of. And then if it resonates with our vibrations, then we either go with that or we just pass by. Some people pass by, even with the things that resonate with them.
Yeah, because it may not be for me, it may be for you, but it, or it may be for someone else. So you just need to do the exploration and find out if it won't work for you. And just make the call, make the adjustment.
Mm-hmm. And like what I'm seeing from my experience, and that's my message to all people who've been born in English-speaking countries, right? Like Canada, like United States, Australia, England. People kind of like giving up on their dreams. They think like the world, the way it is, And right now we're going through pandemic and all the horrible things that are going on right now. They think the world the way it is, and I have to comply. I have to really go by the rules. There is no way out. I'm too old for this. A lot of excuses. I have kids I have to take care. I should not think about myself. I must say that, take me, right? I came to this country, to United States, when I was 23, right? And it was 30 years ago. All right? So I was married at this time. I didn't speak any English. I had no job here when I came here. I had no money at all. Absolutely zero. I came, I was on financial aid for a while. But if you stick with your dreams, you can achieve anything, absolutely anything you want. You may not become a millionaire like some people coming to me, what are you telling me? If I take you in your graphical class, I'm going to become a millionaire? No, it's not. That's what it's all about. It's about achieving your dreams. Really get to the point where you can make a living doing what you love. Mm-hmm. Right? So, and some people say, no, there are no opportunities. I'm like, guys, I've learned English here in this country. I've built my career towards the senior management in the corporate world. Okay? It's not about language. It's not about anything. It's about your inner strength, your inner belief, your authentic self, building your authentic self. That would help you, not you, Teresa, of course, but anyone who's listening to me, to build the life you always wanted. It may take years. For me, it took, unfortunately, such a long time. Right now, acceleration happens and people learning quickly and faster than us, my generation. But if you stick with this and you say, I will never give up, no matter what, I'm going to move towards my goal, you're going to be there.
That's right. You just need that momentum. You need that vision, and you need the ability to make logical choices and decisions. And right. If you want it bad enough, you go for it. And you never know, you may, doing art, make $1 million a year. You never know. Maybe that's that person's lot in life, to make $1 million with their artwork. Who knows? Yeah, anything's possible, right?
That's what this Rewiring for Abundance, our school, that's what we're teaching within the school. How you can rewire yourself in order to start thinking in the way that you are a limitless soul experiencing human existence.
Yeah.
Not other way around.
Yeah. Yeah. The human existence experiencing what's going on in life, or therefore watching it go by and you're just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. If you're just sitting and watching a movie and you're saying, I don't want to know anything about what's going on in the world, or me, I'm just so small, I'm not going to be able to make any difference.
Yeah.
Even on a small scale, difference matters.
Yeah.
Even if you make a difference in lives of 20 people, 50 people,
yeah,
that matters already.
I'm just one person, but it matters to those within my nucleus, my husband, my dogs, my children, my grandchildren, my coworkers. It matters. It's not just me.
Yeah, but you're doing also this beautiful work of interviewing people and letting people know that there are people with the stories,
yes,
who can actually influence other people and change their patterns of thinking. That it's possible, guys. Totally.
Absolutely. I totally anything is possible if you put your mind to it and you want it bad enough. There will be a way that will pop up. You know, my first coaching certification was $25,000 US. And they said to me, well, you know, if you want it bad enough, the money will come. You will find it. You will. And you know what? It did. It did.
Yeah, it always pays back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how much I paid last year for my education. Exactly the same amount. And everyone thought I'm crazy. People were saying, how could you spend so much? You know, and you're out of work, basically. Because, you know, I was out of work in March of 2019. And then I took the course in June. So people were saying like, why are you doing this? Like you're spending so much, and it's not guaranteed. What is guaranteed? 9 to 5 job is not guaranteed today. Look at this. Everyone's sitting home now.
What was it? Taxes and death. Those are the only two things.
Right. Exactly. Those only two.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, this is a fantastic idea. I'm gonna look up Neurographica.
Oh, absolutely. I'll send you information for you to read just to get familiar. Yeah, absolutely.
This sounds like I say, I do a little bit of art. I have stacks of things, oils, pastels, ceramic paints, watercolor paints, you name it, I've got it. I've got all my son's collections of their artwork as well, and their supplies. And it's just, I never make the time to sit and do it because I feel I can't draw. I can sketch or copy something and then paint it. But yeah, I need to explore that a little bit more because
that would be fantastic. I'd love you to have an experience, just to have a taste. And I have a free YouTube channel where I'm providing some free classes. Right now, I'm running a series of classes, Neurographic and essential oils. For people who are interested in essential oils, I'm connecting the dots, art and essential oils, and how this too can be combined together for various reasons. I'm running it every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how to make people aware of that, but I'm sending links to people. I'm inviting friends. I'm going to invite you, Teresa.
Yes,
if
please.
you'd like to participate. Actually, my class is 3 p.m. today. But I'm also uploading those classes to my YouTube channel. So you don't have to come live. It can be totally done at your own pace, at your own time. 100% free. It's my gift to the community. So people are aware of how they can protect themselves with the use of essential oils. I'm a huge fan. I've been using essential oils for a long time, and also combining with art, how to bring your vibrations up, your spirit up, feeling confident, comfortable, happy, content. That's what it's all about.
And that's exactly where we need to be, is comfortable, happy, and content within our own selves and in our own worlds, right? Well, yeah. Margarita, thank you for this.
Thank you, Teresa.
I learned so much. Do you have a favorite quote or saying that you would like to leave us with? I think I had one.
Yeah, I sent you one, but I don't remember exactly. You could just read it off.
Of course, I'll read it for you.
What I've sent.
So this is the quote that Margarita thought was poignant for her. It is, abundance is not something we acquire. It is something we tune into. And that's from Wayne Dyer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I just didn't want to paraphrase that because I know that the way it sounds is just precisely to the point of this whole conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
To the abundance flow.
Oh, absolutely. So we should do this again after I take a couple of your classes, and we'll see.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I would love to.
And all of your, how can someone get in touch with you quickly? I will have all the links up afterward, but.
I've got a link to my YouTube channel. I think it is essential if people are interested in Neurographica, they can just go and watch videos on my YouTube channel. I'm providing in 2 languages, as I said. So for English speaking, I have a bunch of classes there, like Neurographic Essential Oils, Neurographica for Financial Freedom. It's kind of like a preview. Whatever I'm doing for financial freedom is mostly like a preview to my Rewired For Abundance program, but still very educational. People getting a lot of benefits from that. Then I do have a Facebook page, Rewired For Abundance. If anybody's interested, they can take a look. And also my email, info@rewiredforabundance.com. So people can send me an email, send their inquiries when they tried Neurographica. I would be more than happy to respond. I also have my personal website called amarnaneuroart.com. I don't know, Teresa, if I sent you this one. I guess I didn't think about it, but I'll send it to you.
Yes.
The link towards my website. I've got some videos there. I've got my artwork so people can take a look at my art. I've got a lot of testimonials so on both websites, rewiredforabundance.com and amarnaneurart.com. I've got a lot of testimonials from my students and their artwork as well. It's just a good way to get educated, to see what is available right now. And my mission is to spread the knowledge of neurographic in the English-speaking world.
That is a huge task, but we're on the forefront of getting it out there for you. So we will spread the word for sure, Margarita. I'm looking forward to that. So you know what? Thank you so much for being such a fabulous guest. I learned a lot, and now I really know that I need to pick up my artwork and get.
Oh, yes. I would be more than happy to help you with that.
I keep saying, it's a lovely day outside. I could take my oils outside and I could sit there. No, it's cold. Or I have to haul it all downstairs. There's always an excuse.
But you see, Teresa, the beauty of neurographic is that you don't need oils. You don't need anything. All you need are markers and color pencils and the good paper, like mixed media.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh.
And you don't need to get outside. It can be done outside, inside. It could be done anywhere, even on the bus. You know, I've purchased a small album that I was carrying with me on the bus when I used to go to work, drawing on the bus on the way to work and on the way back home. It can be done anywhere.
That's the beauty of it. See, there you go.
That's the beauty. Portable.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being with us. Thank you for listening to Powering Through Life. Sorry about that. You will really enjoy this segment with Margarita. I'm Rita.
Thank you so much, Teresa. My pleasure to be here.
Take care.
Thank you.
Well, Divas, that brings to a close another great, inspiring interview on Powering Through Life. Thank you to my incredible guests for sharing your story with us. Divas, if you would like to connect with my guests, just go to divasthatcare.com, click on my picture at the top, that's Teresa Sims, and there you can access all of my interviews. Don't be shy, reach out if you have any questions, or simply just leave us a comment. Also, you can contact me at my website, that's teresasims.com. Thank you for listening to Powering Through Life on the Divas That Care Network.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.